before we move on, we had a number of people want to come forward tonight and support this and tell how passionate they are, all the PACT people, all the community people, to kind of represent them. Ted, would you like to come forward and say a few words?
I didn't sign up.
Well, you're part of the presentation. That was our plan. We made our
Not good evening. Not to extend this any longer than necessary, but just to echo what this gentleman has already said, is there is no question. If you want to build a local economy, if you want to stabilize property values and see the community move forward in so many different ways, this is the future. This has to happen. There's no question that we have neglected to invest to the degree that was necessary for so many years, and now it's catch-up time. And I can tell you without exception, our major employers in this community are watching. They're watching very closely on this, and they're telling me that this absolutely has to happen. And it's not just Behringer, it's not just Altech, it's every one of them with no exception. So if we want to see quality jobs, if we want to see capital investment in the community that will go straight to property tax revenue, this is the future. And so the Chamber urges you to consider adopting the PACT program and moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Appreciate Ted being here. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. I think everyone came with the idea that they'd see history made, the first step on a new phase for our school districts tonight. And that's really exciting. I get excited about it and think about how we're moving forward with that. So the final thing we want to do this evening is we met late into the evening last night, looking over everything one more time. Todd mentioned PACT's more than a facility plan. We talked about how those will be kept alive. They'll be part of the school district strategic plan as they go ahead, and how we're going to work with scorecards for that. But tonight's about the facility plan. So what we recommend is place a proposal on the April 3rd ballot for phase 1 of the facility master plan. And as we complete that phase, then we start reviewing phase 2 with the same PACT process, and look at the phase 2 as we go on, and how that will be done, what changes need to be on, and things like that. We're here tonight because we're very passionate about this. The group decided last evening that we need to plan, we need to move ahead. We'd like to have language ready for your next board meeting. So to best do that, after talking with Mr. Briggs, we're offering you all a resolution. I'll let you pass that around. Let me keep a few for the media. We'd ask you to adopt this resolution that at the January 9th, 2012 board meeting, the St. Joseph School District Board of Education resolves to approve ballot language authorizing $87,905,000 in revenue bonds for school improvements, and said proposal would include middle school configuration of grade 6 through 8 and be placed before the voters on that April 3rd ballot. The main thing we wanted to add to make sure that it's very clear that all of SAM's educational excellence and outcomes is based upon 6th graders moving out of the elementary school. So that becomes Franklin Hill's model only works well whenever we make that happen. So we want to be sure that phase 1, even though no work is done in the middle schools, that the work is done based on that scenario for phase 2. So we would ask you to adopt this and move forward with the first step of what hundreds of people came together to bring to our community and move our school district ahead. I could tell lots of stories too, but at this point, I think it's time for you all have been part of this process with us and have spent lots of your own time with this. So we would just urge you to take this step tonight, and then we can start preparing the next steps as we move ahead for improving our school district.